penguins do something called a catastrophic molt. Before they molt, they bulk up. They eat a whole lot of food prior to that because they cannot go into the water because they don't have any feathers, they have no insulation, which in the wild means that they cannot hunt for food. So they live off of whatever they bulked up on. Takes about 3 weeks until they get their new feathers. Now, Brittany is the one with the pail, and right behind Brittany is Jennifer. She's got the tablet. Both of these ladies are with our Birds and Mammals team. Now, in the pail, it could be anything from anchovies, sardines, capelin, which comes from Canada, very similar to a sardine. It could be small herring or small trout. Now, you notice she had that frisbee, that red frisbee. There are 8 fish on that frisbee, and in that fish on the frisbee is a multiple vitamin because we give our penguins restaurant quality food that has been quick frozen and then thawed. And during the process, it does lose some of its nutrients. So we have to make sure they're getting all of their vitamins and minerals, and that way they stay nice and healthy. Now, one of the reasons for doing the recording up there is one of the penguins actually misses that vitamin. Then at 4 o'clock, they can look to see if there's somebody who still hasn't gotten their vitamin and make sure they get them at that feed. So we have boys and girls in this colony. We have 8 birds all together. We have 6 boys and 2 girls. You can't tell the girls from the boys by looking at them. So they are wearing little bands on their wings. The boys have theirs on their right wings, numbered 1 through 6. And the girls are 7 and 8, and they carry theirs on their left wing. They do have names, but because their little wings are small, their little bands are small, can't fit the names on their wings. So it was just easy to do it 1 through 6. We do have, as I say, 8 birds in the colony. For a full colony, you have to have 10 birds, and at some point in the future, the New England Aquarium in Boston will be giving us 2 from their colony, and that will give us a full colony of 10. These particular penguins were born at the Taronga Zoo in Sydney. Little blue penguins are native to both Australia and New Zealand. You'll find them along the coasts of both countries. But we like to tell everybody that they were born at the zoo. We did not take them out of the wild. You know, a lot of people are concerned about that. And they are the smallest of the 18 species of penguins. Whoops. Somebody just, they have big feet and they just, they weigh in at only 2 or 3 pounds. And they only stand about a foot tall. He doesn't even know he's getting weighed. But as you can see, some are ready to come over there and eat. Some will come back for seconds. Sometimes you'll see them actually drop one on the ground. They'll shake their heads and drop it on the ground. Could be they don't care for the texture in their beak. Maybe there's more than one kind of fish in there. Maybe we have a preference. Because every once in a while you'll see one go over, put their head over the side like, what else you got in there? What else? I know there's something else in there. So, and there's one coming out of the little nesting box. Yeah, those little boxes along the back are what we call nesting boxes. You know, this is not a natural habitat. Normally when they build nests, they burrow or build them in rock crevices, and that can't happen here. So this is actually an idea we borrowed from the people on Phillip Island. Phillip Island, if you look at the map over there, it's a little island on the southern tip of Australia. They have the largest population of little blues of anywhere in the world, 32,000. Great tourist attraction. 500,000 people go there every year to watch the penguin parade. Yeah, they're adorable. They look
Do they like choose, once they choose one
they
that's
choose
theirs?
that's pretty much theirs, yes. Yep.
So the other ones like don't go into it?
No. So with these, actually, the reason that the folks on Phillip Island chose this particular way to get, they lost like 9 or 10 of their colonies to habitat destruction. Everybody wants to build along the beach, you know. So what they did was it took, you know, habitat away from the penguins. So they said, we've got to find a way to get them to get together and have chicks. We've got to build this population back up. So they came up with the idea of the little boxes, and they kind of put them out on the beach, kind of crossed their fingers and waited. Well, you know, nowadays people are looking for houses that are move-in ready. There you go, right there, move-in ready. They took to them right off. In fact, these penguins took to these too, right away. So
What kind of water is this?
this is salt water. And we are able to control the temperature of the water. Now, during the summer when it's warmer, we keep it around 68 degrees. Now, in the wintertime, it's going to be bumped up into the lower 70s. That wall that you see in the back is actually an outside wall. So you can imagine it can get pretty cold. So we do have some radiant heaters that we can put up there to make sure that the ambient temperature on the beach is warm as well. You're not going to fly, honey, no matter how hard you try.